likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Shields. And an explosive play, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Thanks to grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. Now on second down. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show
25 matchups. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown Sooners! The offense cashing it in on that drive. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
Looks like he's going to bring it out. not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them.
Continues to fight for yards. Still running at the 40. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Washington. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Wilcox. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The RPO fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best corner.
There he goes. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that diagonal thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the give off the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On the move. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Downs. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action, using his feet to buy time. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Good timing on the quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the touchdown, Huskies. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
Boys, just 90 miles separate Baylor and TCU. Let's find out how much they're separated on the scoreboard. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know.
He's loose on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Now improvising. He's going to take off. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on second and long. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Makes the catch. It's down. He is stopped. Well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th.
And I'll tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back, make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to 4th down.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown! Oklahoma! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Bring in the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Flips it out to the back. No, he got loose. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his spot. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Sooners in the hurry up. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Under fire. Got a 1st down. At the 45 on his way. He goes out of bounds right at the 30-yard line, and suddenly you are operating in plus territory.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He wants to go deep, and it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Rattles it back. Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. To the air on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustment breaks into the open. Touchdown, Washington! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 18 to UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Downs. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to swing it on second down. Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Shields.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Finds space on the right. Turning it on. Touchdown Sooners. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Man, football, there There's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And the Huskies moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Lowers those pads. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Into the secondary on the right. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Toss sweep to the right. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways, and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Going with the ground game left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Washington! And that one will give them the lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat.
There he goes! And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in the groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He's got it. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, it's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can... Oh, he's got some space! For a big gainer down to the 43.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Open space at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooner!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Got the back over the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. With the catch, it's Wade. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense putting points on the board.
That's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game. Who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas State is just getting blown off the field right now. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 21 to Troy. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Huskies. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's down. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with a single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Taken out of bounds after a goal pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
They believe they can run right here.
And this offense has got to get somewhere. Man, that's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's another kneel down as they set up the game-winning field goal and run the time right down to the wire. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's lined up perfectly. He'll need to kick it right down the boulevard for the win. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one.